So me and the Jujutsu Kaisen fan base had a little bit of a rocky start because I did my season 1 review of Jujutsu Kaisen. Really liked the season, but I kind of saw a little bit of basic shonen like type tropes. I really like GOJO. I really like Nobara. Wasn't the biggest fan of Yuji and Megami, right? Got a little bit of backlash there, but my homie Kendall has some interesting takes. Again, for viewers' discretion, he's the one that's been following the manga all the way through. I just know spoilers because there's some spoilers you can't avoid. So if you're a person who haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen the manga, don't click this. You're probably already mad at the thumbnail, wherever I chose for this, because this is a triggering type of conversation. So again, these opinions are from my friend who knows about the manga, knows all the details, and I'm a person where I just know about certain stuff, at least all the season 1 and everything like that. And this is kind of like him explaining to me what happened in the manga. Of course, I'm going to go read it or watch it when the anime comes out to give a fuller taste of Vision in the future. But this is a slander piece, all right? It's mostly from him. Don't come at me. Like, don't unsubscribe, no, crazy.
Everybody, like, just want to clarify that these are my opinions. I know the internet likes to take everybody, like everything that people say is fact.
And, agree with me or you're wrong.
Yeah, people get offended by these certain things, but not everybody will have the same opinion as you.
So, and
we could just leave it at that.
I would say this, right? So the recent spoiler that I've seen on the internet, I already knew because Nobara, one of my favorite characters in Jujutsu Kaisen, she got axed or quote-unquote subliminally axed, so we don't know where it's at. And GOJO was sealed for a long time because he's my favorite character. I think a lot of people's favorite character. And now he's back. And I was kind of questioning, like, yo, what happened in between? And can you kind of give me a quick rundown of this? Because I remember people was on my neck telling me that Yuji grows a lot more as a character. Megami grows a lot more as a character. You're judging him prematurely. So, like, from your opinion, can you tell me this amazing character development? Like, does Yuji get any new moves? Like, does Megami get any new moves? Like, can you, like, tell me what's happening?
And so I'm going to keep it a buck with you, all right? Now, Jujutsu Kaisen, the real main character is GOJO and Sukuna. And these are the only 2 characters that have any sort of relevancy, except maybe Yuta. Yuta has a little bit of relevancy.
Okay, yeah.
And the main 3 casts that they introduced at the beginning of the series are all trash, and they're all wasted potentials of characters.
Yeah, from what I've got, because I've seen some spoiler videos, like there's like big foreshadowing, because like GOJO talks about how the leader of his group had like the 6 eyes and the infinite eyes, and they like died fighting Megami's like ancestor who was on the same level. So there's like foreshadowing of GOJO versus Sukuna. But outside of that, it just kind of feels like all this foreshadowing, because I heard that like GOJO mentions that Yuji and Megami and all these people that can eventually surpass him. But I keep hearing that almost everyone's dead, especially if you're a woman. You just got an X in your back.
So let me tell you what all happened pretty much after GOJO got sealed, right?
Yeah.
So they started this whole thing called the Culling Games.
Right.
So what this is basically their attempts, the demons' attempts to weed out all the sorcerers and try to like do some master plan, which I'm still trying to figure out. They changed the plan so many times. Now they're trying to turn all the sorcerers into batteries for some reason and sell it to the American government.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that's happening. But essentially what Yuji and Megami are trying to do after the whole culling game started was, okay, we're going to try to use this whole situation to revive GOJO, because the only way we could stop all of the demons' plans is for GOJO to come back, because everybody else is useless right now.
Yeah, so like that's the thing that I've been so again, correct us in the comment section down below. I don't know anything, all right? I just know that GOJO's back and he's top dog. And again, I remember this entire conversation started. Also, if you're still watching, thank you for watching. I know this is very triggering for a big Jujutsu Kaisen fan. I don't want to get paragraphs on paragraphs, or you can feel it. But my biggest criticism of Jujutsu Kaisen just kind of feel like every character doesn't really matter outside of GOJO. And Gojo always felt like the true main character. And like my favorite character is usually the main character. So it's like I like the character, the main character in Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, Yuta, more than Yuji. And people keep swearing that Yuji was just this really cool main character, and I'm just like, his moves is just basic, and he kind of does everything that Naruto, Ichigo, and Goku's already done in terms of character archetypes. And
he doesn't even do that. So let me let me clarify. Let me tell you what Yuji did in season 1. All right, cool. We're starting to see like this man, you know, starting to like power up and start to go through the main character's journey where he's starting to get mentors and people teaching them how to do like crazy stuff, like, you know, like the black spot, like, and no, what was it, like black spot, black lightning? I forget what it is because it never comes back again after. So Yuji like just takes like complete drop off where basically his character stays exactly the same. So since the Culling game started, what he's done is he's fought 2 basically moot characters who are basically just regular humans in the Culling game, right? And he just beats them just like with regular hand-to-hand contact. No like special like new moves or anything, just beats them up because he's just a physically strong human. Then he fights this one guy called Hiromi, and he's like a judge type character where he has like this stand ability. It's like a cursed spirit ability, but I call it a stand because it basically acts like a stand where he creates this room where you can't fight, and he just literally pulls you into a courtroom and says, hey, you did this. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? And Yuji just like, I plead guilty. And Yuji loses all of his powers. And this guy has a sword that can kill him in one strike.
Well, I'm guessing Sukuna saves him or something?
No. The dude just decides, I think I'm going to lose, and just drops his power and lets Yuji hit him in the stomach.
I'm guessing because
that's how Yuji wins.
I'm guessing because Yuji has like a threatening aura or something.
No, he just got confused because the man pleaded guilty, and he was like, I remember why I got into becoming a lawyer in the first place. And then he subconsciously drops his power, his stand, and lets Yuji punch him in the stomach. And then he's like, okay, I'll let you use my 100 points to add a rule to the Culling game.
I guess what I'm getting from this is that, because people kept, so like, in terms of Yuji's character, from what I've seen, the biggest thing that's happened to him is that Nobara is like, quote unquote, deaf from the dude who got jumped. I think that's what happened that really confused him. And because I remember I asked you, like, so what happened in between that allowed Sukuna to like take a Megumi's body and everything like that? So it just kind of seems like they didn't really go to a giant character arc in terms of training or anything like that. It was just all like, okay, Gojo got sealed, so those 2 characters are left to try to go unseal Gojo. While, you know that one Rock Lee girl who doesn't have like curse abilities, but she's just really strong with weapons?
Maki. She gets more character development than any other character.
Yeah, she looks way different, because like I was so confused. Like, okay, so if Maki looks like that now, I wonder how Yuji and Megumi look alike. And they looked exactly the same from season 1. So I was like, I was kind of confused. I know, like, go ahead.
Maki went through a whole character development arc where she like had to go back to her family, and then her family basically tried to kill her and her sister. And then her and her sister were like on their deathbeds, so her sister was like, you know what, let's do the fusion dance. Like, you could just absorb my soul because we're going to die anyway. Just kill everybody. And then she kills everybody. And then she fights a whole bunch of like cursed spirits and
Is Maki still alive?
People. Yeah, she's still alive.
Okay, because like again, like this whole, because I remember when Jujutsu Kaisen first started, like, this is the true strong male like protagonist, and like no one's doing it better. Then I just kept on hearing over and over again, every female character's dead.
Maki's still alive for now.
So what is up with Megumi? Like, did Megumi go through anything? Because like all I know is that he just got hyped from Sukuna and Gojo, that he just got really hyped, even though this man just summoned and stuff. I still don't get why he's so hyped, because the dude, of course, he can summon a room and everything, or domain, but like I know he can like summon creatures and
He
stuff.
he he barely learned how to summon a domain, so that was probably like the best character development
Oh
that
wait,
he
he doesn't
got.
get better
Megami.
with the domain because I remember he did the domain at the end of the season.
No, he basically learns how to summon like a basic domain for like his stuff, but he doesn't really. It's really hard to say because Megami had like a couple fights, right? And
Yeah.
they're pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. Like he fights Reggie Star and his group. So Reggie Star is like one of like the other classmates. They're like from like a different like group. So like how in the beginning in the first season, there's like different branches or different like schools for like the cursed spirits and
Right.
stuff
Right.
like like the exorcists. I keep forgetting what they're called.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
Star,
I think they're gonna get what you're saying.
yeah, and they're trying to get this group to go along with their plan to free Gojo. So they have to like basically prove themselves to be like worthy of their help. So they get into like this big fight and stuff, and there's like a whole bunch of going around, and Megami ends up winning. Basically, it's nearly a tie, but he manages to like pull through, and that's the last thing that we see of Megami. And then the next time we see him, they're trying to actually summon Gojo, like they're trying to like unseal him, and then they find out that his sister has been taken on by like a cursed spirit that they just introduced from like 1,000 years
Oh
ago
yeah.
that had an obsession with
Oh yeah, and that weakens like a Megami's
Sukuna.
soul. That weakens like Megami's soul, and that's when Sukuna like jumps from. Because I remember like Sukuna made some pact with like when he was controlling Yuji, and I guess he takes advantage of that moment. Because I remember he kept on saying he liked Megami's like body or potential, and that's where all this stuff came from, where he like takes over and everything.
Yeah, so basically, dude is awestruck because his sister got taken over and feels like all the stuff that they did was worthless,
Uh huh.
essentially. And he like basically like mentally breaks down, and then Sakuna just pulls a 360 no scope, just takes over Yuji's body because of
Oh,
the
Megami's.
he takes over Yuji's body first because of a contract that he made
Oh,
in the
never mind. Yeah,
previous
you're right.
segment.
You're right.
And where he's like, if I say this word, then for like a minute or so, I get control of your body and you won't remember that we made this deal.
Yeah, yeah.
So he takes control of his body and he gets a loophole where he can injure himself because Yuji also put the stipulation on that contract that Sukuna couldn't injure or hurt or kill anybody. So what Sukuna does is he puts all of his energy into Yuji's finger and he rips it off, and that counts as a loophole because he's injuring himself. And then he shoves the finger down Megami's mouth and takes over his body that way.
Okay, so like I know it's been leading to this because like people are talking about the foreshadowing there, but like I guess the biggest thing here is like from what I'm getting from your perspective, do you feel like the story is crippled because none of the characters move past, well, at least our main cast? Because I feel like Maki and them got actually a true character arc and a lot of stuff going on. But for our big three, which is pretty much our big two, it's kind of like if Naruto ended up being just Naruto and Sasuke trying to save Kakashi. Because it doesn't really seem like Yuji and Megami have anything outside of just trying to save Gojo.
Like Yuji does the only thing like that Yuji has, he's just a consistent character. His morals haven't changed since the beginning of the show. He hasn't really gone through any like character growth, and the character like strength growth that he's gone through, he hasn't used it. He hasn't used the move that he learned where he uses like his cursed energy to do like a
The Black Lightning thing?
no, it's like a certain like move where like if he punches and then pushes out like his cursed energy like right after he like punches, then it creates like a black aura or something around it. It's different than the Black Flash. The Black Flash
Black
is when
Flash,
he does
yeah.
it. Yeah, when he does the Black Flash, it's like when he does it within like 0.0002 milliseconds of like landing a hit or something.
Yeah, it just kind of seems like this entire series evolves around Gojo. From his background to saving him, to be him being sealed, to the villain saying we'll be good once we seal him. It really feels like Gojo is the main character of this, and kind of feels like Yuji, Megumi, and Nobara was just kind of like clickbait. Like, yeah, we're gonna have this trio, and Gojo's gonna be the mentor. In actuality, Gojo's the main character of all this.
Like, you have one of the best written female characters like in like recent anime, and I know that's a pretty low bar to like hit where it's just like,
well, like outside of
well-written.
like Yorichi Shion from Bleach, or so I don't know. Like, we got cool. I get a lot of people give Bleach crap because they rely on fan service with their women, but like I don't know. I feel like people don't give Bleach enough credit, but that's just me.
I mean, just like in recent,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you're right.
manga,
You're right.
like
You're
in
right.
anime, like pretty much almost every other like female deuteragonist or protagonist like character is usually either main character love interest or just like fan service type
Or like
character. And this,
obsessed to like unhealthy degree with a character or a man or something.
so that's a low bar to clear, but at least Nobara cleared it. And then she gets taken out in like one of the most anticlimactic ways, where she's like fighting,
Yeah, the guy who got jumped. Is there any? Because I didn't even see him in the recent chapters. Does anything happen with that character?
Mahito.
Yeah.
He got basically like taken out by the dude with the stitches on his face.
Okay. Oh, you talking about the? Is that the one who can do voice? Like, is that guy
No.
dead? The guy who can like do voice waves?
No, he's the one that helped unseal Gojo. The other dude with the stitches on his face. The dude that in the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie, you know, the dude that Yuta fought, the dude that took over his body. I think is Geto.
Okay. And Ghetto's the guy where he's like a zombie. He's not really like his body.
Yeah, that's why I said the guy with the stitches.
Okay, so we're getting to a point now that I'm still noobish and everything. So I guess final thoughts, because I know a lot of people's like, you don't get it, Yuji and Megumi and this is like, so like just tell me, don't care about being canceled. Most people who hate this video are not here anyway. Tell me your final opinions on these characters that are not Gojo.
Yuta and Maki are cool. Yuji is a waste of a main character because he has nothing special about him, and the stuff that he did learn have special about him, he didn't use it, and then Sukuna just basically yeeted out of his body. So now he's not even a Kurama like character. He's just a dude.
He's a dude who hits.
basically Megumi basically got bitched out of his own body. and
Fake ass Sasuke.
and the bar is just on the ground, just 6 feet under or in some type of a coma. They left it basically like ambiguous, but she's dead. She got her face rearranged by Mahito.
No, it's not even like her face, right? Like, cause he affects souls or something,
Yep.
right? So I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where like maybe they might bring her back if the fans ask enough or something. Who knows?
Yeah, but the main three that they introduced, they're just wasted characters. They're not even like main characters. Gojo's the main character, and Sukuna is the antagonist at this point. They're the only characters that have like any form of like swagger and like interesting things about them in the series right now. Those are the two characters that are, when you read Jujutsu Kaisen, that's what blows up Twitter. When you see Sukuna doing something, or when you see Gojo doing something.
And that's the funny thing, because the only thing that kept Yuji relevant was because how cool Sukuna's tattoos were. Because every girl, I've seen so many women have the Sukuna tattoo on their knee or something. I'm just like, and now he don't even got that. So he don't even have his Kurama. So
yeah, the best thing that he did was he took a couple shots from
yeah,
Sukuna, but the man was bleeding out, like scratched all.
Yeah,
because
I thought this guy was gonna unlock a power or something. Because people talking about poor Yuji, how's he gonna stand a chance? Then I think when he got like sliced up, people talking about that's so raw. I'm like, is he gonna do anything after? Like,
nah, he didn't do anything after. I think he maybe landed one punch while he was getting.
Because Megumi like stopped like his body from doing anything.
Yeah, so like he was just getting mollywopped. So the only thing I can see that's happening like next in Jujutsu Kaisen manga is either Gojo is going to be training up Yuji to like
Yeah.
do something else, because that's the only way we're saving Yuji's character.
Yeah, we're gonna do like
right?
some last minute training arc stuff. Like, all right, now that I'm here, you can actually get properly trained.
Yeah, because this guy just doesn't do anything, and the one thing that he had going for him was the fact that he was the only one that could contain Sukuna's blood and like cursed energy, and now he can't even do that.
I would say this. Let's just think about a what if scenario, right? Because I feel like it might be too cliche if Gojo wins. What if Gojo fights Sukuna and controlling Megumi's body? He like loses because because Gojo has a weakness when he sees someone he cares about. He has like a slight weakness where he like freezes up, and Yuji with this whole hype that he can surpass Gojo is the one that wins it all. Do you feel like that would be like rush powers of it? Like, do you honestly think Gojo just gonna beat Sukuna and that's it?
Like, you still have like Ghetto as the main like.
Where the hell is Yuta?
He was fighting somebody else, and then he came over with Maki to attempt to assist Yuji from getting his ass whooped, and then they made a tactical retreat. Like the demons made a tactical retreat. It was like, I need to get my body together, so I gotta take a bath and kill Megumi's sister, so that way I can use all of his powers.
Man, freaking Yuta and Maki are like the true. Like, it should have been Gojo, Yuta, and Maki as the main character. Anyway, whatever. You're still watching this video. You hate us. So, hopefully you guys... And again, let me know in the comment section down below if you have a different perspective or anything like that. Because I'm probably still going to like watch it. I still think a lot of stuff is cool. But I just think they're just talking about the characters feel very underdeveloped when they're the main characters of this show. It feels like Maki, Gojo, and all these other people are more developed than Yuji and Megumi. But that's our opinion. Again, I don't know everything. I haven't read all of this. So maybe I'll come back later. So you know what, Kendall? You was wrong about everything. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Hit that like button, subscribe. Any last words, Kendall?
Hey, man. Thank you all for tuning in. TJ likes to cut me off, but that's just how he goes, I thought he was going to let me cook, but he just had a whole
I let you cook for a while.
You ain't let me cook.
How did I not let you cook?
You ain't let the steak rest. You took that shit off, right? You took the steak off too soon.
I can't let this video be 30 minutes. They already hate us in the first 5. All right, guys.
No, let me cook, bro. All right, y'all. Have a good one.
SonTj, peace. Love you all.